Hello everybody, I'm going to read you a story today. My name is Izhan. Let's begin. Its name is Mercy Watson Fights Crime. Mr. and Miss Watson have a pig named Mercy. Each night they sing the pig to sleep. Then they go to bed. "Good night, my dear," says Mr. Watson. "Good night, my darling," says Miss Watson. "Oink," says Mercy. Most nights, Mr. and Miss Watson and Mercy all sleep soundly in their beds, but there was one night when they did not. Chapter 2. Leroy Ninker was a small man. He was a small man with a big dream. Leroy Ninker wanted to become a cowboy, but in the meantime, he was a thief. He was a thief in the kitchen at 54 DeCamillo Drive. Leroy Ninker was robbing the Watsons. "Yippee-yo," sang Leroy. "Everything must go." He grabbed hold of the toaster. He pulled it across the counter towards him. Screech went the toaster. "Shh," said Leroy. He tossed the toaster into his bag. Clang went the toaster. "Shh," said Leroy again. Screech! Mercy woke up. Screech was the sound the toaster made when it was being pulled across the kitchen counter. Mercy loved toast. She particularly loved toast with a great deal of butter on it. That's Mercy. Mercy got out of bed. She prickled up her ears. She listened. Mercy heard Mr. and Miss Watson snoring. Who was downstairs making toast? Mercy went to the top of the stairs. She looked down into the darkness. Clang went the toaster. Clang was the sound that the toaster made when Miss Watson turned it upside down to clean out all the crumbs. Somebody was making toast. Mercy went down the dark stairs. She headed for the kitchen. Leroy Ninker grabbed the blender. He grabbed the clock. He grabbed the cookie jar. "Yippee-yo," he sang as he worked. "In you go." He grabbed the juicer. He grabbed the teapot. He grabbed the waffle iron. And then Leroy Ninker heard a noise. He turned around. "Yippee," sang Leroy. "Uh-oh." Mercy looked around. She did not see the toaster. She did not see the bed. But instead, Mercy saw a little man wearing a big hat. He was not making toast. Mercy was very disappointed. She was also very tired. She yawned. "Good pig," said the man. He nodded. Mercy laid down. She yawned again. "Nice pig," said the little man. Mercy closed her eyes. "Yippee-yo," the man sang softly. "Off to sleep you go." Chapter 6. There, whispered Leroy, "is a big pig." He reached into his shirt pocket. He pulled out a butter barrel candy. He wrapped the candy and put it in his mouth. Leroy thought. It might be a good idea for this cowboy to hit the trail. He picked up his bag. He stopped. "Aw, shucks," said Leroy. "The pig was blocking his way." "There's no room to go around the pig," said Leroy. "There's no room to go under the pig. Guess I gotta go over the pig." Leroy stepped forward. He flung one leg over the sleeping pig. The pig moved. Leroy Ninker froze. Mercy woke up. "Wink," she said. "Easy now," said a voice. Mercy looked out of the corner of her eye. The little man was on her back. Mercy stood up. "Steady, girl," said the little man. Mercy shook herself. The little man slid forward. "Whoa there," he said. Mercy smelled something. What was it? Butter! Mercy looked around the kitchen. No bread, no toaster, but she definitely smelled the butter. Maybe someone next door was making sugar cookies. "Oink," said Mercy. She galloped out the open door. She galloped towards the Lincoln sisters' house. "Yippee-oh!" shouted Leroy Ninker. "Away we go!" Chapter 8. Upstairs at 54 Decaloo Drive, Miss Watson woke up. "Mr. Watson?" she said. Said Mr. Watson, still asleep. "Did you hear a noise?" said Miss Watson. What sort of a noise, dear?" "A yippee-oh sort of noise," said Miss Watson. "No, I did not hear a yippee-oh sort of noise," said Mr. Watson. "You were dreaming, my dear." "I was," said Miss Watson. "You were," said Mr. Watson. "Go back to sleep." Miss Watson got out of bed. "I think I will go and check on Mercy," she said, "and then I will go back to sleep." "Excellent," mumbled Mr. Watson. "A top-notch plan, my dear." And Mr. Watson fell asleep and started to snore again. Chapter 9. Inside the Lincoln sisters' house, baby Lincoln woke up. She went into her sister Edwina's room. "Sister, wake up," baby said. There is somebody shouting yippee-oh." "Did you have a pie before bed again?" asked Edwina. "I did not," said baby. "I think you did," said Edwina. "I did not," said baby. "Go back to your room immediately," said Edwina. "Yes, sister," said baby. Baby went back to her room. She got into her bed. She heard another yippee-oh. "Oh dear," said baby. "I wish I had not eaten that pie." Chapter 10. "Yippee-oh! Baby!" shouted Edwina. "Come back here immediately!" Baby got out of bed. She went into Edwina's room. "Yes, sister," said baby. "Did you hear that noise?" said Edwina. "Was it a yippee-oh, sister?" "It was," said Edwina. "You are dreaming," said baby. "Nonsense," said Edwina. "Open the curtain." Baby opened the curtain. Together, the Lincoln sisters watched Mercy gallop across the lawn. They watched the little man on her back, take his cowboy hat off and wave it over his head. "Yippee-oh!" the little man shouted. "That pig is disturbing the peace," said Edwina, "and so is the cowboy riding her. I am calling the police." "Oh, sister," said baby, "are you sure it's not a dream?" "It's a nightmare," said Edwina. "That is what it is." Chapter 11. Next door, Miss Watson discovered that Mercy was not in her bed. "Mr. Watson," she shouted, "come here at once." Mr. Watson came at once. "Mercy is not here," said Miss Watson. "Are you certain?" asked Mr. Watson. "Have you looked under the bed?" Miss Watson bent over. She looked under the bed. She's not there, said Miss Watson. Mr. and Miss Watson stood together in Mercy's room. What should we do? Asked Miss Watson. Yippee-oh! It's that noise again, said Miss Watson. Mr. Watson went to the windows. He opened the curtain. He looked outside. Miss Watson, said Mr. Watson, we must call the fire department immediately. It's an emergency. Looked like they saw Mercy. Chapter 12. In reality, Leroy Ninker was a small thief on the back of a big pig. But in Leroy's mind, he was a cowboy riding a bucking bronco in the Wild West. Being a cowboy is hard work, said Leroy Ninker. I need some refreshment. Leroy reached into his shirt pocket. He grabbed a hold of a butter barrel candy. He unwrapped it with one hand. He put it into his mouth again. Ah, said Leroy Ninker, this is a life. But just then the pig kicked up her heels. The pig bucked. The pig reared. Leroy Ninker lost his grip. Yippee, said Leroy. He flew through the air. Aye, said Leroy. He landed on his back. Oh, said Leroy Ninker. Chapter 13. Mercy sniffed. There was that delightful smell again. Butter. Where was it coming from? She looked around. She saw the little man lying on the ground. She sniffed his face. Hee. The little man laughed. That tickles. Mercy snuffled the man's shirt. Hee, he said again. In order to snuffle the man better, Mercy sat on top of him. Hee, get off of me, said the little man. Mercy put her snout in the man's shirt pocket. She snuffled some more. Oh, hee, said the little man. Help. She found a piece of candy. She bit into it. It was sweet. It was lovely. It was very, very buttery. I think that's the butter thing again. Butter barrel. Mercy sat on top of the little man and chewed. A siren wail. Ah, shucks, said the man. Chapter 14. The fire department arrived first. We have been to this house before, said the fireman named Ned. You are right, said the fireman named Lorenzo. This is the house with the pig and the toast, said Ned. We ate toast at this house. I see the pig, said Lorenzo. He pointed at Mercy. The pig is sitting on somebody. Good grief, said Ned. Ned and Lorenzo got out of the fire truck. They saw Mr. and Miss Watson running out the front door of their house. They saw Edwina Lincoln and baby Lincoln running out the front door of their house. This is an interesting job, isn't it? Said Ned. Very interesting, said Lorenzo. Chapter 15. Officer DiCamillo pulled into the driveway of 54 Decaloo Drive. In the yard, he saw two firemen, 3 women in nightgowns, and 1 man in pajamas. They were all gathered around a pig. Is that the pig I caught driving a convertible? He asked himself. It is, he answered himself. It is exactly the same pig. Officer DiCamillo squinted. Is that pig sitting on top of somebody, Officer DiCamillo asked himself again. That certainly looks to be the case, he answered himself. Officer, shouted Baby. Come quickly, Mercy has caught a thief. Mr. Watson and Miss Watson and Edwina Lincoln and Baby Lincoln and Ned and Lorenzo and Officer DiCamillo all looked down at Mercy. Are you a thief? Officer DiCamillo asked the man underneath the pig. I am, said Leroy Ninker. I am the thief. What, were you robbing these people? Officer DiCamillo asked. I was, said Leroy Ninker, until the pig got involved. DiCamillo, will you assist me in removing the pig? On the count of 3, Ned and Lorenzo and Officer DiCamillo lifted Mercy off of Leroy Ninker. You are under arrest, said Officer DiCamillo. It's that pig you should be arresting, said Edwina Lincoln. Leroy Ninker stood with his cowboy hat in his hand. He looked down at his feet. Oh, officer, said Miss Watson, this thief is so tiny. Shouldn't he have something to eat before you arrest him? Maybe he needs some toast, said Ned, with a great deal of butter on it. Toast, said Officer DiCamillo. Who needs toast? Why, everybody needs toast, said Miss Watson. Even cowboys, said Leroy Ninker. Mercy pricked up her ears. Toast, butter, at last. She headed for the Watsons' kitchen, and everyone followed her. Chapter 16. The next morning, the front page of the newspaper read, She's a porcine wonder, said the pig's owner, Miss Watson. She is a very, very brave dear, said Mr. Watson, husband of Miss Watson, proud co-owner of the pig. She's a sly pig, said the Watson's neighbor, Edwina Lincoln, and things with her are never as they seem. Oh. Pet pigs captures thief, sits on him until help arrives. Baby Lincoln, sister to Edwina Lincoln, remarks that the most interesting things seem to happen when one has pie right before bed. The pig did capture the thief, said Police Officer Bert DiCamillo. But how did it happen? I am not certain. But did it happen? It did. A fireman, Ned Fortune and Loreno Wiz, were also at the scene. They both agreed that the pig had some amazing abilities. They pointed out that Miss Watson. They also pointed out that Miss Watson made excellent toast. The thief, Leroy Ninker, is interested in reforming himself. He would like to become a cowboy, like he already stated. The pig had nothing to say, but she seemed very pleased with herself. The end. I hope you liked this book. Thank you.